Keep this professional.
Is that what this relationship is now? Transactional? Or was it always that and I just didn't see it?
That's very kind, and you can tell her I'm saying whatever you want right now, but I can't imagine anything I'd like to do less than have tea with the woman Dad was cheating on my mom with.
It was important.
Please, do you even know what he did?
Software for satellites.
Software for satellites.
I told you I was sorry.
Apology accepted. I'm sorry too. I grabbed onto you to keep my head above water and you didn't want to drown. I get it. You should go home now.
Wait.
I love Godzilla, and I'm so excited that we're getting a series, and I already started the adventure for this Monarch Legacy of Monsters thing. It's set in the Monsterverse. I love the Monsterverse, so you know, what could go wrong? Let me start by saying the show is, it's decent.
It's decent.
But it leaves a lot to be desired. Needless to say, this is a really fun adventure, and yeah, let's start. If you're easily triggered over people being honest about things and occasionally saying there are negative issues with a show or a franchise that you love endlessly, unconditionally, and follow blindly, then this is not the video for you, just letting you know now, so you're not, like, disappointed. But if you're open to hearing my honest opinion and other perspectives, feel free to stay. Feel free to stay regardless. Now let's have some fun, because the show is freaking hilarious.
Sorry, I gotta keep this short.
So hold on to your ball sack, because there's going to be a lot of jumping around from past, present, and whatnot. We see some of the events of Skull Island with Randa here, and he is running pell-mell from something. And we see it's one of those freaking bamboo spiders that busts out from the freaking bamboo forest. Honestly, this creature has no self-preservation, because why? I mean, it must be really, really hungry. Because for what we know, these are ambush predators, so why would it now be chasing this guy to the ocean, to a slippery part where there are other predators out there, exposing itself? Where in the Skull Island movie, it did the complete opposite. Maybe rabies is something that affects arthropods on this island or whatnot. It just doesn't seem like the normal kind of behavior for this thing, but anyway, we gotta have an epic battle. And I do respect the show for at least giving us this. Thank you. Ugh. Sorry, that was weird. Kind of weird shiver up my spine. Freaking nasty. Anyway, as I was saying, freaking spiders, man. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, Randa is obviously his stuntman, is running pell-mell. Don't know how he didn't slip and fall and break his back on the rocks. He sees the spider coming, and I swear to God, this is like one of those horror movies. The spider takes forever. Like, look how fast it's moving, but yet it takes forever to reach him. Just enough for him to take the bag out and stay there and contemplate his life before, I guess, tossing it into the ocean. And of course, right as we need, another kaiju spawns from this area. Turns out there was a freaking crab sphincter claw thing in the rock. Didn't come about when he was there. I guess it didn't see him as a threat, but the spider thing's coming down and this thing is like, excuse me? Personal boundaries? This is my lot line. What are you doing outside the bamboo forest? I don't blame the thing because the freaking spider doesn't belong there. Anyway, they start fighting and it's basically just, look guys, the lace leg thing is beating up the rock thing and you want kaiju fight. See, it's not just about humans. We gave you kaiju fight in first 5 minutes. Clap, stay along for the ride because there's gonna be more of this. There barely is, but still, when it comes about, it's awesome, so it's worth waiting around for. And we don't even get to see who wins the fight because the bamboo spider shoves its leg inside the other thing. Don't even know what the hell it is. And then they like both fall into the water and just, I guess, drown. That's so annoying. Who won the fight? Like, God, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of these kaiju tropes where, oh, the kaiju are fighting. There's no winner. Like, come on. Can you give us a clear winner sometimes, please? Like, remember Jurassic World? We had a clear winner. There was a water situation too, but there was a clear winner there before they fell back into the water, and it was obviously the Mosasaurus. Whee! That's the kind of battle we want. Anyway, the Monarch bag floats. We shift to 2013, where the bag washes up on a Japanese fishing ship, boat, whatever. Someone picks up the bag and puts it to the side. Monarch Legacy of Monsters! Yeah. Got a creepypasta moment here where this girl's freaking floating face in the dark is the only thing we see, and it looks creepy as hell. I know we're supposed to be focusing on her, but it just looks so unrealistic. She looks at some papers. Okay, so I guess this paper is saying something about, this is reinforced concrete roof, condominium, apartment, studio, something another. Clearly, she's looking into this place. this address. Probably a family member. And something tells me since we're concentrating on her, she's gonna be the main character.
We have to wait.
Touch me. Don't touch me.
So he tells her it's a decontamination thing, but it's basically a false sense of security. And the guy makes a quip saying that, yeah, they're acting like spraying us for parasites is going to help prevent another monster attack. No, but I mean, if people are carrying viruses from across the country, it might be one less thing to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Imagine getting attacked by kaiju and then being taken out by a pandemic. Just saying. She's clearly weirded out by everything. And then we get a flashback of her in that day in California with the Godzilla attack. She has PTSD, and one thing I like about this show is that it does a good job of implementing the nuances of life after a hypothetical kaiju attack. Now they have evacuation routes for Godzilla. I think that's so cute. So this is Tokyo 2015. Wish they would have led with that though, because a lot in the show, you're trying to figure out what year it is. They don't tell you until like 5 minutes after you've been watching that year when they switch back and you're like, okay, wait, what? Because I thought we were still in 2013. This place looks like New York. What's really interesting is that they have a weapon system, missiles on the overpass. That's crazy. Old girl here finds the apartment, and I don't know about you, but immediately the introduction, as soon as this person starts speaking, I immediately don't like her, and I'm like, okay, let's just give her the benefit of the doubt, but she's coming off as a douchebag.
You said you called when you landed.
And I just landed.
Yeah, 2 hours ago. Kate, I've been
Glad to get through immigrations and customs. Get a count.
You could have taken a few minutes to call your mom or text her and let her know you're safe. Like, do you know people actually die on plane crashes, right? So she's nervous about whether or not you've landed. She's probably worrying the entire time. And you can't use your freaking fat ass fingers to take a few seconds to text your mom, hey, I'm safe, I landed. What a shitty person. And she's just so snobby with everything. It's so annoying. Like, I don't know what the relationship with her mom is, like, so I can't really make a judgment on whether or not they have the best relationship, but the show is trying to make it seem as though there's nothing wrong with the mom, and the mom is the only person in her corner, and she treats her mom like absolute filth.
Okay, so what, you're there now?
I'm here.
And?
And what, Mom? You think he'll just be sitting here waiting for someone to bring him home?
Why is she such a freaking... it's gonna be one of these. I already, like, seriously. You probably understand the meaning of the title by now because, good lord. Wow. What is it with female characters? But, like, it's not just her. Like, she's the main one. She's the worst one. But what is it with freaking modern studios and making female characters just deplorable? Is this how y'all view us females? Like, seriously. And then everyone gets on my case about, why are you bitching about representation? Because this is how they see us. This is how they think we want to be represented. It's not.
Be back.
Kate, do not hang up on...
My mom would have laced my behind if I hung up on her like that. What the hell? Anyway, she tries a key, it works. She goes into the apartment, she sees pictures of, I guess, her dad, but lo and behold, surprise, surprise, her father had a whole other family in Japan. I mean, par for the course. Turns out her father is a shitty human being. Why am I not surprised? So the son comes out, this woman's son is like, what are you doing here? And, you know, they speak English now. And this other thing I hate about some of these shows, I love Godzilla, I love the Monsterverse. Please, I can address certain things because I realize there's an issue, but they will show somebody not knowing English, right? Like, their English knowledge is just zero. And then, after about 5 minutes, all of a sudden they can understand English, except for when it's inconvenient.
誰だよお前
Why do you have these pictures?
家族写真だろ How did you get in here?
She just spoke in English. I mean, okay, she looks Japanese, Chinese, whatever, but you just heard her speaking English, so why are you speaking Japanese if you can speak in English? Like, usually, I know if someone speaks in my language and I realize they cannot understand English, I'm not going to keep on speaking to them in English. I'm going to speak to them in my language. So she's like, I have keys. He's like, where'd you get those? And she's like, this is my father. And I love the look on the guy's face. I like him. We'll get into that too, because I don't know why they're doing our Asian brothers like this, bro. But in every single show, like, it's very rare I see a show and they make an Asian man, except for in Beef, make an Asian man look strong, you know, but every Asian guy in this one's weak. And for some reason, if they're not killing them off, they're weakening them. I don't know what it is. And it's not this scene I'm talking about. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but right now, he's one of the only likable characters in the show, and his mother. That's, yeah, that's basically it. And one other person. Okay, whiplash again to 1959, where with a trio with the most American-looking person I have ever seen. If there was a poster child for someone who looked American, this dude would be it, I swear to God. And his name is Billy on top of that. Like, this dude looks like he plays baseball and eats hot dog. It's just a stereotype, but that is what I would think of if I think of American. Even this guy's like, God damn, not even I look like that. We meet the doctor person over here, Keiko, and blonde soldier guy.
We're on the right road. Hell with it. Never planned on having kids anyway.
Really? Never? There was a time when you at least entertained the idea.
There was a time where that idea was very entertaining.
What is going on between those two? This is kind of funny. There's a lot of drama and romance and relationships in this. But she and Billy, American poster boy over there, are a thing. So I'm wondering what's going on between them because there's clearly some shit happening. Look at the way they look like they act with each other. And this is, I know it seems like I'm not getting anywhere with this, but I feel like this has something to do with the whole plot.
There was a time when you at least entertained the idea.
There was a time where that idea was very entertaining. Please, don't make things awkward. Tell us it's because you never met the right woman. I gotta give it to you guys to make it look easy. Raise a great kid.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me and my weird women wiles, but the way she was looking at him and saying, there was a time when you were entertaining the idea. In what way, ma'am? When he was between your legs and he nutted in you? Like, I mean, that's the only thing I'm gathering from this. Especially with the way he looks at her. And he's like, there wasn't that time when the idea was very entertaining. And then the American boy is like, don't tell me it's because he never found the right woman, then he grabs onto her. Could they be any more on the freaking nose with this? It's obvious that these two were getting it on behind his back, which is very sad because he's the next character that I like that actually seems like a good person.
It's no small feat.
What we've done together.
Yeah.
Okay. See what I mean?
Trifling. And I'm
I bet you that kid that she has with American boy over there is not even his kid. So they break into an area that's heavily radioactive, and I'm just wondering. I'm stupid when it comes to a lot of things, so please forgive me. If an area is radioactive, is a mask alone going to save you from getting radiation poisoning? Because I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like you'd need the entire suit, you know what I mean? I know we don't know exactly what kind of radiation this is, and they're tracking down monsters and whatnot, but I feel like the mask wouldn't be enough. Like, what would be the purpose of even wearing the mask if you're not wearing the entire suit? Just a thought. Maybe it's just me. Like I said, I'm stupid, so maybe someone can explain it to me, because I'm not getting it. They find someone who's trying to chase them away. The kid talks about a place where the hole inside it goes straight to hell. They find an old abandoned place, but there's no radiation reading in this area. Then we whiplash back to 2015.
Prove it.
お父さんの鍵を持ってたわ。
顔が違うけどね。
So the mother said, but she has his keys. To which the son replied, yeah, but not his face. Implying that the son does not believe that this woman is actually his half-sister.
Prove it.
Where's your proof? A bunch of pictures?
Actually, that's a lot of proof, because you're in their house. The father's keys that you found, that you used to open his apartment with his name on it, and you've seen pictures with him and his family that are living in his apartment, that the keys that you had that were in his drawer open. Are you a fucking idiot? This girl, she's so insufferable. Oh my god. She's so annoying and she's dumb. Not only is she annoying, but she's freaking dumb. Like, that's a really bad combination. It just makes her unwatchable. Why is she the main character?
I've got pictures.
Okay, so you're making fun of them for having a bunch of pictures, so then you show pictures. Maybe you should have led with that as well.
This is us camping at the Redwoods. Red blotches all over his arms. Drove him crazy. Ring any bells?
So she starts showing a bunch of other pictures of their house in America. Shows her mom with him. This is so freaking awkward. So she asks the older woman, how long were you married to him? And the brother gets upset and is like, don't talk to her like that. What is she doing? I know she's an idiot and an asshole, but she literally was just asking how long you were married to him. It was just a question. She wasn't saying anything rude to her. Of all the things that she does, that's the thing that you're worried about. So of course she's bitter and she's like, don't you want to know he was cheating on first? And honestly, this is a significant portion of the first episode. I guess the main character loses her nerve because she realizes that the mother, this woman, the Japanese wife, has no idea where Hiroshi is. She has no idea that he's dead or missing, like officially.
Hiroshi's gone.
Oh, now you can speak English? Really? And I like how her English just progresses at an exponential rate throughout the episode, but then she completely loses it at a time where it's convenient. It's so freaking hilarious.
Forget this happened.
Are you kidding me?
Please help me understand.
I wish I could.
You can. You can literally tell them, or tell the mother what you were just telling, or he can say something. What is wrong with these people? Oh, whiplash, back to the freaking 19th, whatever, the past. So they explore the area, and they find a pocket down there. Whiplash, back to the present. I swear to God.
Hi, Mom.
Kate, why haven't you called back? What happened?
There's nothing here for us.
What, was someone there? Kate?
Did you know?
No what? Kate,
I gotta go.
Oh my. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. I hate her. She's so annoying. Like, girl, I know you were going through it, but have you ever freaking considered what your mom is going through as well? And you were leaving her on constant cliffhangers this entire time. You freaking weirdo. Then everyone starts running after there's a drill, and she's standing in the way like a freaking idiot, and they're like, get the fuck out of the way. Her brother and cheat person, whatever, other woman helps her and shows her where to go because she's an idiot, can't figure it out. Like, there's no self-preservation there. You see a whole bunch of people running in one direction. You're standing up there looking at them instead of running too. What are you, an idiot? Like I don't think that's something that people should just wonder about. That should be an instinctive thing inside of us, that if we see everyone around us running in one direction, maybe follow them. Just a thought. So they go to the Godzilla evacuation area. Everybody waits, then she has this conniption, and it's this flashback where she's on the bus on the San Francisco Bridge, I'm guessing. And I guess she was a teacher because there's a whole bunch of kids on the school bus, and she's with them. She opens the door and she gets thrown out. Ow. Poor stunt person. I know that hurt their leg. I've fallen like that before. I'm like, got up, I'm fine. Next day, my knee was on fire. Like, that must hurt. So this is the part that we saw from the trailer. Unfortunately, something bad happens, and the bus, before she could save the rest of the kids, it falls over, and the kids die. That is rough. Respect to the show for doing this. I know, I'm a crazy person. I'm like, ooh, respect. You killed kids. If the show kills dogs, fuck you. I hate you. I'll never watch you again. Like, I know, I understand. See, I'm self-aware.
I need to go. I need to go. I'm sorry. We need to get out of here. Let me go.
She's saying it's okay, it's almost over, or it's okay. Daijoubu desu means like, you know, are you okay, or are you okay? Or I recognize that. I might be wrong. But anyway, she calms her down. This woman is an angel, by the way. She is the sweetest character I have ever seen in a show. One of the sweetest characters. She hugs onto this girl who she knows is probably a product of her husband's infidelity. And she never thinks twice about it. She never has a mean bone in her body to treat this woman with any scorn, which is something that happens in Asian culture. Whiplash, back to the past. They find some eggs, and they know it's like some evolved Muto thing. They're all arguing over who should go down there first, and we shouldn't go down there. The woman is like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do it.
You're not going home empty-handed.
Come back over the railing.
I'm the lightest. You boys can pull me up if I get in trouble.
Okay. We are not just letting you go down there. No.
You're not letting me?
First of all, tone down the whole feminist attitude, because that would not have been a thing back then, especially coming from a Japanese culture. Like, I know you're strong and you're a scientist or whatever, but that is not the norm. And yes, there might have been people who were like that, but she's acting like somebody in the modern sense who would talk that way, and that would not be the case. Or it would be very highly unlikely. But anyway, gotta roll with the whole theme. So then they all decide to go down together. Whiplash, back to the present. It was just a drill. So she's like, everything just goes back to normal? Like, after the kaiju attacks, you guys just pretend it doesn't happen? And he's like, stupid bitch, what are we supposed to do? Just run home and hide in our closets like you do? I wouldn't do that. I'm claustrophobic, you nad. Hassan over here is like, what is happening? I can't understand you guys. So apparently the sweet lady is asking or extending an invitation for her to come over. You know, have dinner with them or something and talk about your life. She wants to get to know her.
That's very kind, and you can tell her I'm saying whatever you want right now, but
Say something stupid.
I can't imagine anything I'd like to do less than have tea with the woman dead, which, you know, my moment.
Yeah, well, from our...
Yeah, now you don't understand English? Seriously? When it's convenient for you not to understand English, now you don't understand it? Really? You were doing a really good job before. What's happening? So he says the most intelligent thing. From our perspective, your mother was the other woman. They're both the other woman. Why are you acting like a freaking idiot? And then she leaves. Fair enough. She's bitter and upset. But can you imagine how they must feel as well? Oh, that's right. She doesn't care about anybody but herself.
I'm gonna go now. The other woman's gonna have a lot of questions.
None of them that you're answering, by the way. She's been asking, and you've not been answering any of them.
Flew halfway around the world looking for something. With these unlocked, you know, you found his dad was apparently a lying asshole. Is that enough for you?
Guess that'll have to do.
You think our father was so bad? I want to show you something.
So he says he has something to show her. He takes her to his dad's office to show her there was more to her father than just him being a lying asshole. Something that I know this woman's not going to be able to accept. She asks if she's looking for anything in particular. And the brother is standing up for his dad saying he wasn't who you say he was. Yeah, he wasn't perfect, but he wasn't all bad. The pencil shavings is a big deal. He leaves pencil shavings everywhere. Something that would drive me insane, but the way that they're foreshadowing it lets us know this is going to be important later.
It was important.
Please, do you even know what he did?
Software for satellites.
Software for satellites. Did you ever meet anyone he works with? Ever get invited to take your kid to work day?
So she's asking some valid questions, and she notices there's a safe behind the poster. And this is the part that really annoys me about the characters. Like, this is just... I'm sorry, I have to be honest. It's driving me nuts. The writing in the show is so weird. Don't get me wrong. I love the monsters. They are the best part of the show, even though you see them quite sparingly. Just enough to remind you that this is a show centering around the Monsterverse, but not enough to be an integral part of the actual show. But still, everything centers around them or the idea of them, so it's engaging enough for people who like kaiju or like the Monsterverse to stay invested. But holy moly, the human characters are annoying.
What are you doing?
What's your birthday?
Stop doing that.
I thought you wanted to introduce me to your dad. Show me something I didn't know about him. Because the only thing in this room that isn't old news to me is this.
July 7th.
So she starts playing with a whole bunch of the combination stuff. And the whole time, he's telling her to stop and to respect his privacy. Boy, you brought her there. So what? I don't understand. It's so odd. You were the one who took her here and wanted her to explore. Now that she's doing that, you have a problem with it? What is wrong with you?
July 7th.
What about your mom?
You wouldn't be that obvious.
Afraid of what we'll find?
August 17th. Keep that up, you're gonna give me a long time. But seriously, stop, I'll never get it open.
Sacre bleu.
She got it open!
Hear this, guys. Hear how she got it open. She was trying all their birthdays, right? And it wasn't working. And so listen to what they wrote. Listen to what they conjured to make this make sense. This stupid character, this brain dead ingrate. Listen to how they were able to solve this puzzle.
How did you do that?
Your birth month, my day. Your mother's month, my mom's day.
Bro, I'm so dead. I'm so freaking dead. I'm so dead. Woo boy. Your birth month, my day, your mother's month, my mom's day. You see where I'm going with this. Is it not just me? No? Please tell me I'm not the only one that realizes this shit is just half-baked. Or way too baked and all the way burnt. I don't know which one, but my brain feels like it's falling out of my eyes. So remember that bag that Randa tossed into the ocean? Well, they find it. Property of Randa. And it has the Monarch symbol on it. She has a flashback, and she's asking for help, and she remembers these soldiers that had the Monarch insignia on their clothes, but no one was helping her. So she realizes what's in there is some old data storage. They're on these things that are not really CDs, or what, not really sure what they are, cassettes or computer cassettes. Anyway, there's a lot of them and there's data on them, she assumes, and they need a way to read them. This part is hilarious. This is what I'm talking about with the writing too, and I have to point it out because it's so obvious to me. She says this, which makes no freaking sense.
I need to know what this is.
It's some kind of old data storage. It's private.
I'll make you a deal.
Private? Yeah, you gotta respect your dad's privacy. But your dad is missing! She literally just told you this! So why are you worried about his privacy when he's missing? These freaking characters, I swear to fucking God. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cuss so much, but it's freaking annoying.
You help me and I'll get out of your life forever.
That sounds like a really good deal.
I might know someone.
Oh my God. Oh my lord. They're acting like the son isn't interested in knowing what happened to his father either. He also wants answers. You just found out that you have a half-sister and you offer him getting out of his life forever. Like that's something that he would be most interested in having happen. Which, you know what, come to think of it, I kind of understand, because if I met this person and realized I was related to them, that would feel like a really good deal to me too. He said he might know someone. But it turns out that this is the woman he's been dating for a while and recently broke up with, who he absolutely knows is a hacker. You might know someone?
Hey,
What?
we can keep this professional.
Is that what this relationship is now? Transactional? Or was it always that and I just didn't see it?
Now this character, another woman, comes off as being very bitchy as well. Except that she has more of an excuse, because I could understand from her perspective if her boyfriend was like, I need space. We don't know why. Maybe she went crazy on him. But then when you do reach back out to her, it's not even for a freaking booty call. It's to ask her for tech support. My uncle was in IT too, and he does computer stuff. And one of the things that used to annoy him is when people would come and call him specifically so that they could get help with computer stuff. They wouldn't talk to him for months, and they only talked to him, hey, what's going on? How have you been? So yeah, I need this help. My computer is doing this thing, and I know my uncle, he said that would be really annoying. Like, he just did not like that. You're basically taking advantage of the person.
Told you I needed some time.
Yeah, and I gave it to you. You don't get to ghost me for months and then show up out of nowhere treating me like tech support.
Aww. I completely understand where she's coming from. She has a right to be a little bit bitter. And then something happens later on in the show where she's more bitter and she comes off as a bitchy girl. But in her case, completely warranted. I completely understand.
I'm sorry.
What should I do shit for you? And her? Really? Is that for real?
I don't know, but my father had that old data in his safe for a reason.
And you didn't even want to look at it because of privacy. See, they make all the men look so freaking annoying. His father cheated on the mom, cheated on both of them. He was a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit because he ghosted this girl and then called her for tech support. Yeah, the Asian hate's strong with this one. Great job. Just making all of them look like absolute dicks. Except for his mom. She's sweet. So she's like, follow me down the yellow brick road. And she takes them to like the studio area that looks like a shithole, but probably would go for like $2 billion in California. She's an audiophile apparently. Oh look, her brother's an artist.
Brother did that.
Half brother, and that's still up for debate.
Said you're an engineer.
No, you said that.
She did say that. So she runs it through this encryption technology. Unfortunately, Monarch is alerted. Is she the girl from Mythic Quest? Kind of looks like her. So we get Monarch, Seth Rogen looking dude, and these Monarch guys are like, oh no, someone has our files. As they're running the data on their side, May, main character, what's her name again? Kate, don't really care, and half-brother, who's stupid and missing half his brain, start reading through the file. They recognize this little map as the same map that was on their father's office board. The sign, that symbol, those guys, they were taking pictures and not helping people. So now they think that their father was working for Monarch.
This wasn't a safe.
That's not who he was. なんてこと話してる。もし親父がサンフランシスコじゃなくて、俺とここにいたら生きてる。
でもパパは自由にサンフランシスコにいなかった。日本語話せないと思ってた。そんなこと言ってない。パパと私の秘密の言葉だ。
Don't you hate that? First of all, the half-brother's an asshole. How are you gonna start speaking Japanese if you thought you couldn't speak Japanese? It's really freaking rude to just start speaking. You're all speaking English together, and you're literally leaving her out of it by speaking Japanese with your freaking girlfriend while she's in the room. I can't tell you how many times it was annoying my Haitian friend started doing that, and I'm like, hello, standing right here. You wouldn't like it if I started speaking my language and you guys couldn't understand. It's rude as fuck, isn't it? But she's also an asshole because she deceived them and then is trying to gaslight them into thinking she didn't.
I don't speak it anymore.
これで信用すると思うか俺らを騙した後に
I wasn't trying to trick anyone.
Yes, you were, because they spoken to you in Japanese the entire time, and you never once spoke back to them in Japanese when it would have behooved you to do so this entire time. You were doing it on purpose. Just admit it. You were pretending not to know how to speak Japanese so you could hear what they were saying and they don't realize that they can hear or understand. You can hear or understand what they're saying. I know what it is. Trust me, I've done it too. But don't freaking lie.
どういう意味だよいなかったって
So this is back in the past, I guess, 5 days after G-Day. We see our stupid main character girl. She tells her dad she's at the Red Cross, and he reunites with her. Oh my god, Hiroshi. Then he tells her shortly after that he has to leave. He gives her something. He said, these are passes for you and your mom. There's a reserved car and hotel for you. He tells her, I need you to take care of your mom. She's angry at him because he's about to leave her again. All he has to say is he's sorry, and to tell mom that I love her. And he doesn't even hug her goodbye, he just leaves.
Dad!
Run after him. That's what I would have done. I would have ran after my father and I would have hugged him. She's probably in shock. The poor idiot. I'm sorry. It's very hard to feel sorry for this character or like her after they poised her to be so unlikable. She started off this show with such a ranted attitude at everything and everyone. Oh, woe is me. You're not the only person who lost family members. And you don't see other people acting like that. They try to show her being strong, but they also show her being weak as hell.
He wasn't perfect, but he wasn't a monster. He had some reason for doing what he did.
One of them actually feels like his real kid. I understand he's probably angry too, but he's at least trying to find answers before completely writing off his father, who is missing at the moment. That should be your concern, you know? Like, regardless of everything, that should be your concern, wondering if your father's okay.
Good luck. I hope you find it. But nothing can justify what he did to my mother and me.
Yeah, you say that while you also treat your mother like the dirt that you feel he treated her like. Like, I have a feeling before this father thing, she has a million other things that she's probably hissy-fitting about. So they happen to see a picture from the data files, and Kate says, "That's my grandmother."
That's my grandmother.
Yeah, she died when he was little.
So she's wondering, why would my grandmother, or our grandmother, be in these files? So we know now that Hiroshi is the son of that woman that we saw in the past. This woman, Dr. Keiko. Hiroshi is either one of those American people's sons, because I can guarantee you it's probably not Billy's. Then we go back to the past, and Kurt Cobain, I don't know what his freaking name is, some actor's son, forgot his name, blonde dude, is like, this isn't safe, and Keiko's like, no, I need to take a sample, I will die for it. And he's like, no, oh no, chest bursting has commenced.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
I don't know how Billy got back up there. Wasn't he like down there with them? He's like, I'll let you, wife, you can go down there. I'll be the one to pull y'all up, even though the military guy is like the strongest. But I guess he wanted to protect Keiko. But things aren't looking too good, and Keiko, they start building a freaking ladder up to Keiko, working together. This bitch is freaking. She is a great actor. That looks like somebody stuck a fire poker up her ass for real. That is true acting and true. That is true acting and true directing, man. This is stuff of nightmares, guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, this is a woman who understood the assignment. She's not trying to look pretty. She's like, oh shit, they're trying to eat me. She's freaking out. That is the face you make when things are crawling up your ass. Good job. We need more of that. Oh my god. And she dies. Yeah, they take her away, and that's what happens when you risk your life for a sample. I hope they got the sample from her, though, because then all of that would have been for nothing. You know, that would have been really horrible. Why'd she die? She was getting a sample. Where is it? And then the episode ends there. I'm gonna be so honest right now. I hate her. I hate her with a passion.
But we're off to a decent start.
The writing could be better. The dialogue could be better. The jumping around with all the time jumps is a little bit annoying. I would have rather they split it through the episodes, but I guess more exciting things happened in the past. And the present is literally just melodrama, people cheating on people, relationships, angsty people who are pretending to be teenagers, but they're adults, I guess. And people just being just bitter at each other for some reason. Except for him, he's not as bad. He's just stupid. But I'm eager to see where this goes, because I do like the fact that we're getting a little bit more detail about the monsters. And at least they're giving us some of that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If this has been Ulturi, you ask, we answer.